If you're a fan of the Healer family, you know it's almost 100% guaranteed laughter and over 1,000% fun. But Bluey also has its fair share of emotional moments that resonate deeply with fans. Can you imagine all the sad things we might see in the upcoming seasons of Bluey?
I just miss my sister.
There's an event looming in Bluey that could drastically change the direction of the story. We're talking about the moment of saying goodbye to Grandpa Mort. In the episode Granddad, we learn that Chili's father has a heart condition. It seems the maternal side of Bluey and Bingo's family deals with some health issues, and in Grandpa Mort's case, it's likely heart-related problems. If you've seen the episode, you might notice that Chili insists her daughters eat pumpkin seeds to grow strong. Pumpkin seeds are known to promote heart health, which could hint that Grandpa Mort's heart issues are a common family concern. Sadly, as he grows older, this condition might lead to his passing. In the Bluey universe, themes like grief are becoming more prominent as the pups grow older, just like you. That's why it's important to recognize that Grandpa Mort may eventually say goodbye, leaving the rest of the family to navigate this painful and emotional experience. But here's something not sad at all, having you here with us. Today, we're diving into 12 sad things that might happen in Bluey. Welcome to another episode of Sin a Wave. Aging grandparents are a reality for every family, and with that comes the need for special care. Unlike Grandpa Mort, Bandit's parents, Bob and Nana Chris, might reach a point where they can no longer live independently without someone younger to look after them. This could mean that their children, Radley, Bandit, and Stripe, might decide to place them in a care home, also known as a nursing home. You might wonder why this would be sad. Even though these facilities can be welcoming, grandparents often end up far from their families. This could mean Grandpa Bob might not travel anymore, and Nana Chris might lose some of her cherished freedom. While Bluey would likely handle the situation with humor, aging is no joke. It would be heartbreaking if the three siblings chose this route, with Bandit and Stripe raising 2 daughters each, and Radley and Frisky possibly expecting a child soon. None of them might have the time to care for their parents directly. Whether a nursing home is good or bad is a decision for the future. What's certain is that maintaining good health is key to aging gracefully, so follow Bluey's lead and eat your pumpkin seeds. Have you ever had to spend the night in a hospital? Bingo certainly has, and trust us, it's not much fun. In Season 1, Episode 32, when Bluey put on a play for her little sister, we learned that Bingo had a health issue serious enough to land her in the hospital. The episode suggests that Bingo may have caught worms from Bandit, but it would be devastating if she ended up back in the hospital for something far more serious. During the play, Bluey portrays a character searching for someone who's never been sick, but she realizes it's impossible. The message is clear: getting sick is a part of life. And as we mentioned earlier, health problems like Grandpa Mort's heart condition might run in the family. This means we could see more hospital scenes, which is undeniably sad, though at least they have snacks. Do you think Stripe and Trixie make a good couple? Aunt Trixie and Uncle Stripe's marriage doesn't always seem happy. In several episodes, there are hints that their relationship is strained and could end. Watching their separation would be deeply upsetting. In the penultimate episode of the latest season, as Socks plays with cake toppers, imitating a fight, Stripe and Trixie are arguing seriously in the background. Trixie eventually turns and walks away, which might hint that Season 4 could start with them already separated. Muffin and Socks would then grow up with divorced parents. Another argument occurs in the Facey Talk episode, when everyone ends up witnessing the two having a heated fight. Bluey truly is a family show, tackling mature and challenging moments like these. Whether it's just a misunderstanding or the start of a heartbreaking separation, only time will tell. You don't like fights, do you? They're unpleasant. Show your support by commenting with #love. Remember when we discussed how health issues might run in Chili's family? Chili's mom likely passed away due to a terrible illness, cancer. At some point, Bluey will probably have a conversation with her parents about this. In the Dragon episode, it's clear how much Chili misses her mom and how Bluey never got the chance to meet her. This is a profoundly sad and meaningful theme, as it's hinted that Chili's mom died while her children were still very young. As Bluey grows older, she'll mature enough to understand why she never met her maternal grandmother. This will be a pivotal and emotional moment for Chili, who finds it difficult to talk about her mother. We don't even know her name. This would be an episode as impactful as Fairy Tale, where Bandit reflects on his past, but this time, it would be a somber tale. If Chili's mom's passing is connected to a condition that runs in the family, it would be devastating for the healers to face the same battle with Chili herself. We believe Brandy's struggles with infertility and even Chili's loss of a child might be linked to the illness their mother had. If Chili develops the same condition, even if she recovers, it would bring plenty of tearful moments for the healers. Perhaps sharing the story of Grandpa Mort's wife with Bluey and Bingo could help the pups understand what might happen in the future. Goodbyes don't always mean someone has passed away, but they can still be heartbreaking. Bingo might have to face such a goodbye someday. Her best friend Leela is a character who moved to town from somewhere else. We know the two will remain close friends for years or even a lifetime, but it's possible they won't live near each other beyond school. At the end of Season 2, Episode 8, we see older versions of the characters in photos, but only up to the end of high school, not later stages of life. Sheila, Leela's mom, might want to return to their original hometown, and their farewell could be full of tears. While this is a possibility, we hope it never happens. Speaking of difficult goodbyes for the Healer sisters, Bluey might face one herself, with Mackenzie. Few fans know this, but the Border Collie isn't Australian. His family is originally from New Zealand, which, while close to Australia, means most of Mackenzie's family and cultural roots are across the ocean. When so many of the people you know are far away, homesickness can hit hard. This could lead Mackenzie's parents to decide to return to their homeland, taking him with them. Could this tearful farewell also be the moment when Bluey and Mackenzie share their first kiss, not knowing what the future holds? And speaking of the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. One of the most special episodes of Bluey so far is the penultimate episode of Season 3, The Sign. Did you notice the one character that was missing? Snickers. In the school scene where Bluey talks about possibly moving away, all her friends are there to hug her, except Snickers. This could be because Ludo Studios, the show's producer, forgot to include him, or it might be because something important happened to him. One theory circulating online is that Snickers was sick and couldn't attend school. If true, the next season of Bluey might begin with a difficult challenge. It's worth noting that Snickers' breed, the Dachshund, is prone to back problems. The show's creators might be planning to explore this aspect of his character. Bluey's future romance with Jean-Luc is something almost certain, both in the series and for the fans. We know he'll return to Australia as a teenager and reunite with Bluey under the tree they planted together. It's also likely that Jean-Luc will be Bluey's first love. Some theories even suggest he'll help care for Frisky and Radley's children, continuing the story from the double babysitter episode, with their first kiss happening under that special tree. The problem is, it's confirmed that Bluey will marry Mackenzie and have a child with him. This means Jean-Luc and Bluey will eventually break up, much like Frisky and Bosco did. Breakups are tough, and your heart will need to be ready for this one. As we grow up, some childhood friends remain close while others drift away, not because of a fight, but simply because life takes them in different directions. It's sad but inevitable that Bluey and Bingo will lose touch with some friends. One guess is that this might happen with Coco. Bluey's and Coco's personalities might diverge as they grow older, leading them to drift apart. Have you thought of a childhood friend you've lost touch with? If so, why not reach out to them now? Do you remember the end of Bluey Season 3, where we see adult Bluey? She mentions coming to visit, which means she'll leave home someday. Living with your family and then moving away brings a mix of excitement and longing. Bluey will experience this too. While the series has shown that the Healer family remains close-knit, the moment of parting will still call for a tissue or two. We hate to bring this up, but one of the sad things that will inevitably happen is Bandit growing older, or at least a slowdown, to all of the playful games with his daughters. While we know that the world's best dad will still play with his future grandchildren, don't be fooled. A senior Bandit will have less energy and unfortunately won't be able to do everything he does today. Things like pretending to be a rag doll, running and jumping, exercising, or creating characters, all of that will become harder for him to do. Of course, we can still hope his future grandchild will play games like Surprise, tossing balls at Bandit, but it's sad to think he'll lose much of his energy. Honestly, this makes me want to go hug my dog right now. Which reminds us to say, see you later to you. But don't worry, it's not a goodbye because we're not going anywhere. You can stick around with us. We've picked out 2 more videos for everyone to enjoy, so we'll catch you in the next one.